Damage Inc. is going to be at the Siren. They are the tribute band to Metallica, and they are going to be playing Saturday night. We'll have tickets coming up a little bit later on.
How pathetic can some people be?
And I want y'all to know, just because I talk about white people, I don't want y'all to think that I don't like y'all. I like y'all. I do a lot of fun things with y'all, you know. But I can't drink with y'all. Because every time I do a show, after show, white people always want you to drink with them. Like, come on, let's go drink. You know, and I like y'all. I just can't drink with y'all because white people, y'all are the undisputed champs of drinking. Can't nobody out-drink y'all. Y'all drink till y'all fall the hell out. You know. See, black people, we like to get our groove on, but we drink just enough, and we try to philosophize and get smooth on you. We'll fall asleep on your ass. Be talking about, man, we need to end the hypocrisy of the white man. And white people, boy, I know when white people get good and drunk, too, because y'all got that noise y'all make. Don't do that. That scares me. And I like to go to the frat house and drink with my white friends, because anytime you go drinking at the frat house, white boys bring you a drink and hand it to you like it's a top CIA secret. You know, they'll hand me my drink and I go, man, what the hell is in this? Dude, don't worry. Don't ask. Just drink it. I'll see you in 20 minutes. Next thing you know, I'm butt naked standing on a coffee table with a cowboy hat on going, woo!
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOZ.
I've been that guy. Dude, just drink it.
What, the guy recipient? The recipient?
No, the guy
of the
serving the drink.
Ugh.
Like, what do you call it? It was just a bunch of like everything in the bar in a glass. Gasoline. Should have called an emergency room because one kid we had to take to the ER.
See, that's terrible. Then that's what.
It wasn't really. It was my friend Dustin Dickinson. I mean, he drank the whole thing. I figured he'd take a sip and pass it. No, he guzzled it.
This is why hazing should not be taking place.
He's still alive. He's got a family. The whole thing. He turned out fine.
Alpha Sigma Phi
We saved him.
was hazing their pledges during the fall semester at the University of Wisconsin Madison. Now they have been suspended for the hazing, but the details of the offense aren't as horrifying as these hazing stories usually and typically can be, as we know all too well here in San Luis Obispo. It could be bad, the hazing. But this is where maybe the administrators, and they have a zero tolerance policy for hazing, okay, at the University of Wisconsin Madison.
Well, like they have here, right?
And yeah.
Doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
But this is a little ridiculous, okay? The hazing that took place at Alpha Sigma Phi was they required the new pledges to run the errands of the senior frat members.
Okay.
They required them for whatever reason to carry fruit around on campus.
Okay.
And they had to wear a Dora the Explorer backpack.
This is child's play.
Yes. And
this is nothing.
That's where it begins and that's where it ends.
You're kidding me. That's it? So they had him like as their little houseboy run errands, wearing a Dora Explorer backpack and carrying fruit in it.
Yes. The frat suspension is up on March 24th, though it will remain on probation. They've been suspended.
Is this the end of frats?
All year for this to this point.
Is this the beginning of the end?
And probably for the better. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I've never been a big fan of the system, to be honest with you. But
there is something with the fraternity, and I know that if you're in a fraternity, you might disagree, but I think it's common sense to say that you think you're better than other people. I mean, that's kind of like how you live.
Well, it's exclusionary.
That's the whole point. It's very exclusive. Yeah. You think you're better than everybody else, and not necessarily in a negative way, but it can get negative fast when you start mixing in other things like alcohol or drugs.
Yeah. And not all fraternities and sororities do that. And I think fraternities are a little worse than sororities.
Yeah, we had the farmhouse. They were dry.
The farmhouse?
Yeah, we had it at WSU.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We had the farmhouse.
Yeah, you told me about that when I moved over there. And
they're dry.
You're like, But
the funny thing is, the thing I know about people that like, that are farmers and country people, they drink more than anybody.
The farmhouse.
But they got good family values. It's all about the family values.
Poor farmhouse, man. When they had a party, nobody showed up.
Nobody showed up.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Did they have a counterpart, a female counterpart, like a sorority counterpart?
I don't think so. I don't know.
That was like the worst. I got accepted by a fraternity. It's the farmhouse.
We both knew one guy that was in a frat, and he was like blue. He was 10 years older than everybody in his frat.
It was awesome.
He was proud of it.
I was envious of Nate. They can appeal,
throwing him under the bus. Huh?
I could appeal the decision, but now the frat is barred from holding any activities while they are on probation. So when they get reinstated, they can't even have activities because of Dora the Explorer backpacks, carrying food on campus.
No, I think the point is they weren't supposed to do any kind of hazing, and they did. And so now they're going to have to pay the
lesson learned, I guess.
Doesn't matter if it's wearing a Mickey Mouse T-shirt all day. If you're forcing somebody to do something, they're considered that hazing.
Learn your rules.
So, hey, just like, we were talking to, people about comedians, and they can't tell jokes that they used to be able to tell, 10 years ago. Otherwise, they lose gigs like the Oscars. And
I understand
now you're in a frat, you can't do any kind of hazing.
Now I understand why people walk around with their heads buried in their phones, because you can't get in any trouble when your head's buried in your phone.
Good point.
Congratulations to the University of Wisconsin Madison. Taking a little too far, I think, on this one. You're Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day. It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.